Hey, you know you're not supposed to drive and text. It's against the law most places. And walking and texting, you'll end up in the fountain out at one of the malls, right?
People do it. And, you know, I'll admit I'm guilty of walking and texting.
Oh, I do it all the time,
too. I mean?
too.
So this morning we have our tech expert, Stephanie Humphrey. She's here.
Hi, Steph.
To tell us about a few apps designed to promote safer texting. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Is this voice recognition? How does it work?
Well, Texecution actually works by shutting off the ability to text on your phone. And the difference with Texecution, because there are a lot of apps like this that prevent you from texting while driving. A lot of different apps from AT&T and Nationwide Insurance. The difference with Texecution is that your parent or some administrator has the power basically over your phone. So they install this app on their teen's phone and they get to determine whether or not the teen gets allowed to use the phone for texting. So if you're in a vehicle and you're driving faster than 10 miles an hour, all of your texting capabilities will be shut down. You won't be able to send or receive text messages. But if you happen to be the passenger, you can send a request to the administrator, who is usually a parent, that they'll allow you to text for up to about 4 hours if you're the passenger. So they have complete control over whether or not you can use your phone to text.
So it really works off the motion of the car?
Yes, it uses the GPS in your smartphone to determine whether or not you're traveling more than 10 miles an hour, and if you are, shuts it down.
Well, you know, we laugh about it, we talk about it, but the reality is, especially if you're a parent or an adult, you hear that more than 15 people are killed by distracted driving a day.
That's right.
It is a problem, and quite often, as much as we want to tell ourselves not to do it, we do. So I guess with Texecution, this one app, you can't even if you try.
Right.
I like it. It cuts you off, huh?
Yeah. Right. And the thing that makes that a little bit better than other shut down text apps is that it doesn't rely on the actual person that owns the phone to get the app going, because with other apps the kid actually has to go in there and start the app, and then it'll make this way the parent has total control over that. You can make sure that your kid is not texting.
Hey Steph, this is what I do sometimes. I'm walking down Walnut Street and you see somebody texting while walking and they're about to slam into you. I'll go,
or they walk right out into traffic and they don't even realize that they're in the middle of the street, and I've seen it all the time. Yeah.
So now what kind of app do we use for that?
Well, you download an app called Flexi. It's actually Flexi Keyboard, and you allegedly, I've been playing around with it for a couple of days, and you have to get used to it. This technology was actually developed for people that were blind or visually impaired, so that they would be able to use their smartphones to send text messages. So the pattern recognition software in this app is supposed to just completely understand what you want to say, no matter what keys you're pressing. The technology, it's crazy. And I played around with it a little bit yesterday, and it was fairly accurate. It was fairly accurate. I didn't look at it at all, and I was kind of just typing some things, and for the most part, it did recognize what I wanted to type. There's also some voice commands in there, and you can really kind of, once you get the hang of it, you can really kind of use it and not have to look at your phone at all.
So the difference with this one, because that's like a QWERTY keyboard, keyboard, which is if you know how to type, that you could, type. I can type without looking at it because I took some typing classes back in the, back in the day. So that's the advantage there. It's not some of the keyboards which are not. So if you know where the keys are, you could just do it without looking at it.
Right, and it promises to recognize what you're trying to type and correct it, and you should be good to go.
It's almost like a mind reader.
I know.
Now,
it's inside your head.
Yeah.
What is Drive Alive?
Drive Alive and DriveScribe, those two are reward apps for not texting, because the problem with Texecution and other apps that prevent you from texting is that they don't really work well for iPhone. I haven't found one yet because Apple doesn't want to play nice with apps that prevent you from using any of the functionality of the phone itself. So if there's an app that prevents you from texting or prevents you from doing anything, really, Apple doesn't like that. So this uses the concept of positive reinforcement, basically. So with Drive Alive, you turn the app on when you get in the car. If you don't touch your phone at all while you're driving, once you're at your destination, you turn the app back off, you can win points to get awards and win money. Yeah, and DriveScribe's the same type of situation. You have the app on while you're in the car, and it kind of monitors how you're driving. It monitors your speed. It monitors whether or not you're obeying traffic laws and stop signs and things like that. And it assigns you
a big hug.
Right. It assigns you a smart driving score, and based on that score, you can redeem it for gift cards and different things like that. So if you have a kid that is a little more motivated by getting something rather than taking something away, this could be a way to do that. And if your kid has an iPhone, this may be your only option, because iPhone really doesn't like those other kind of apps that prevent texting altogether.
Stephanie?
Those are good.
You're fabulous.
Yeah, you've done your homework. Those were good.
Thank
Here's
you.
a $25 gift card to American Eagle.
Thank you.
Good job. You've been driving. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Thanks, Stephanie.